It's time for another episode of the Film Room. And on this week's episode, I'm taking a look at Georgia running back Kenny McIntosh. And you may not know who Kenny McIntosh is, and that's fine. He split time with a couple other running backs at Georgia this past year. Both of those running backs, Zamir White and James Cook, were drafted in the 2022 NFL Draft. But I'm here to tell you, I think Kenny McIntosh is not only one of the best running backs in the college football for this 2023-22 season, but I think he has a great shot to being the second best running back in the 2023 NFL draft class. So I'm here to show you his traits, his skill set, and let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the film. This first clip, I think, is a great microcosm of the type of prospect that Kenny McIntosh is. Here against Tennessee, they're along the goal line. They're in the red zone at the 5-yard line, and they're going to hand the ball off inside to McIntosh. And I just love his ability to see, his vision, to see what's developing, and then his burst. He bursts outside to elude this defender right there. And then he's able to then use that speed to generate some power to get into the end zone. And it just showcases, like I said, the vision to see, the burst to get where he needs, and then the power that he generates from that burst, from that explosiveness to push himself into the end zone when he gets stopped a yard or two short and to finish with that touchdown. Now, this past season, Georgia utilized Kenny McIntosh mainly as an outside runner and a receiving threat. And we see that in this play here where they're just going to do a little quick toss to him out of shotgun, get him out on the edge, utilize his speed to try and get him in the open field. And what I love about this clip is his agility. You look here, the hole is right here. But it's not that big of a hole. It's not that big of a seam. He's able to maintain his balance, maintain him going upfield, and just his agility, his lateral agility, just to make that little hip movement to the side to get through that hole while still running basically at full speed. And I love that out of running backs, their ability to make cuts, make lateral movements, at top end speed, to get them into that second level. And by doing that, he's able to reel off, nearly a touchdown and a big chunk gain to get them down in a position to score that touchdown. And it's just all because of not only that vision, once again, he's seeing this hole, but just that hip flexibility and that quickness to get through there. Now on this clip, we see a lot of running backs. Sometimes they're zone only guys, and they need to be moving up. They put a foot down and they go. Sometimes you see guys who aren't, they're more stop and start. They got that lateral. Kenny McIntosh has got both. I showcased that last clip, more of the foot down and go. Here he's going to run a little off tackle. Run away, and it just shows his ability to start and stop. Here, he's got to kind of read the hole, he kind of stops to go lateral, shuffles, finds that hole, and then shows the burst to get through. And then I love his contact balance. He's able to go through, tight hole is collapsing with the defender getting knocked back, and he's able to kind of leap up to maintain his balance and end up going before he gets dragged down. And it just showcases, once again, his vision, his lateral quickness, his ability to start and stop, and then that contact balance. It's kind of, once again, an all-encompassing, showcasing all of his traits, or a large amount of his traits, and one simple run: burst, lateral quickness, contact balance, and vision. A lot to like on this play. Now, in this clip here, we're going to see a lot of the same things. He's going to run once again outside, little counter type action, And once again, the runs probably look to design to come up here, but there's just nothing really there. He sees this defender. So once again, I love the vision there. He sees that defender there. Knows that the run's not there. And he's able to use his lateral agility to shuffle outside and then that burst. And as he gets outside, he knows that, hey, I can't get back up there. I'm going to cut it up, use a stiff arm, and then reel off the yardage here. And I just love his ability. We see the start and the stop. We see the explosiveness. We see the contact balance again. He's able to reel off a nice little chunk gain, a 10 to 15, 15-yard gain here, all off of his vision. Not there, cut it up, burst, use that stiff arm to bounce off of that defender. And it's just, there's so much to like about Kenny McIntosh. He's got the complete package as a running back, and he didn't get a chance to showcase it at Georgia because there was 2 other good running backs paired with him. And just this ability, I can't wait to see what he can do in 2022 as the lead back for Georgia. Now, I've mainly showed you outside type runs with Kenny McIntosh. He didn't run inside very much, but he did showcase his ability to do that. And here is a great example of that. He's going to get the ball inside. And once again, this is more of a zone type run. Okay? He's going to go ahead, see that this defender's coming, see the cutback lane, put his foot down, and then burst up to once again get a nice run. I mean, he's still, in this case, getting about a 10-yard run here on the inside, and it's just that ability to put that foot down and go. He can play in a zone scheme, as we can see here. This is zone. Inside zone, put the foot down, get upfield. Okay? The last couple plays have been more gap, man-type schemes where he has to start and stop. And he's got that burst, that quickness, that vision to do it all. And we're seeing that both outside and, in this case, running up the middle. Now, to be a complete running back in today's NFL, you have to be able to catch the ball. Even though some of the top running backs, you look at a Derrick Henry, Jonathan Taylor, they're not great weapons in the passing game. But if you look at, the premier guys, a lot of them, they catch the ball. And Kenny McIntosh is very good at that. And like I said before, Georgia liked to use him in the passing game. And they ran a lot of swing passes to him. And that's what we're going to see here. He's going to get a swing pass to the left of the screen. And what I like is his ability to go get the ball. Stetson Bennett threw him a high ball here. He's able to leap up and catch it, but then go and make a play. That ball was high. He had to go up and get it, but he was able to then come down, make a quick move, and get a couple extra yards that he might not have had, and just shows his catching radius, shows his agility and his explosiveness and quickness to be able to go up, make that catch, and then go and make a move right away. And then on this last clip, once again, another swing pass. This time the ball is a little bit low. He's able to reach down and get it and then make a move. And then we see that contact balance. We see that fight in him, taking a big hit, spinning off. But just I love his ability. He can catch them high. He can catch them low. He can catch them in his frame. He didn't run a lot of dynamic routes. I've shown you 2 swing passes, which are pretty basic. But he to me looks like a guy that you can utilize in the passing game. You're going to run screens to him. You're going to run him out to the flats. You're going to, do different things. He looks like a guy that can be utilized more than just your basic running back routes, and I can't wait to see what Georgia does with him this year with that. So as we've seen here, there's a lot to like out of Kenny McIntosh, a guy that was, I don't want to say underutilized just because they had James Cook, they had Zamir White, they won a national championship, but a player that is just under the radar that so many more people are going to get to know. As I showed you, can run in any scheme. He can be a zone running back. He can be a man gap type running back. He can be utilized in a passing attack, an offense that passes the ball more. He can be, running inside, outside. I don't think you're going to be running him between the tackles 15 to 20 times a game, but he shows that ability to kind of do it all. And I think that's going to be a big selling point to teams, and it's just going to open him up to more teams liking him. He's my number 2 rated running back in this class behind Bijan Robinson. Bijan Robinson is one of the better running backs we've seen coming out. I don't have Kenny McIntosh that much further behind him. And so I don't know if he's going to be a first-round pick. We don't see a lot of running backs go in the first round. I think at a minimum, I think he's a top 50 pick. I think he's going to go – his floor is a high second-round pick. And the running backs we've seen, the Christian McCaffreys, the Alvin Kamaras, guys like this, he's got a similar skill set in that he'd do it all. So I really like him. If you can already tell, I think he's going to be a huge name in college football in 2022 and a name everyone talks about in the 2023 NFL draft class. That's going to go ahead and wrap it up for this episode of the Film Room. If you like this, you want more of these, make sure you subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. I'll continue to put these out weekly. While you're there, make sure you follow me on social media, draft_Brian, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever it may be, TikTok, draft_Brian is where you can find me. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Until next time.